So this is going to be a very quick cold darkness tutorial, or rather as quick as I can make it. Now the first thing I'd like to go over are the expedition cards that I use personally. The first one I use is low battery, which is quite useful because if I'm ever trying to look at something behind Laura and she's facing towards the camera, sometimes the light will be in your face and it will be quite annoying, like this for example. So if I'm ever in the tower and I need to look at something behind her and the light's off, that's just a plus. Other than that, there isn't really much of a use for it. The Accipiter Nox 5, mainly just so I don't have to pick up this revolver here and slow down, mild time save. And it can also get you through the final section inside the core, so it works just fine as a pistol. I also have the Death's Breath 5 as a bow, because if you're using the regular bow, default bow for this fight, you'll one-shot enemies if they're not, if they don't know where you are. But once they get alerted, it's at least like what, a 3-4 shot to the body, maybe 1 to 2 to the head, which is very annoying. So with Death's Breath, it's basically a one-shot to 99% of enemies, except some of the stronger ones. But even then, it's still like a 1 to 2 shot, which is just a lot more efficient than the default bow. And for the last one, I brought the Expedition Jacket. It's a nice fit. Anyways, moving on. Now, time starts after you reload the checkpoint here. So once you reload the checkpoint, you just want to head over this way. And one thing you can do, you can kill this guy and loot his body for the thermite that he drops. To try and give yourself a bit of a safety net in case the boxes here don't give you enough thermite, because they can drop either 3 to 5, and if it drops 3, then you're not going to be able to craft craft explosive arrows, which would, in case the door is an explosive one at the top of the tower, then that would just be a reset. And ideally you only want to grab one of these. So for example, there will be one that spawns there, and one that spawns there as well, which you can see right there. But, you know, you only want to be able to get one. These zombies are kind of distracting. But that's a really good safety net. Like, see, for example, since I killed that guy, and I got 3 from this, I'm still able to make arrows, and my run isn't instantly dead if the tower is an explosive door. And if that one's not there, then I just loot this one up here. Anyways, I start heading over towards the tower once I have my loot. Craft my arrows, stop, do a roll, start running again, craft the other arrows, and then wall jump grapple up to the tower. And we got an explosive door, how interesting. Destroy the door, head inside. And now this, I am going to turn Nadia down completely for this so I can try and explain this as best as I can. There are some random factors in the tower as well as some constants. Now I'll go over the constants first, such as the fuse boxes here. These fuse boxes will always spawn down here in this location. The pipes up here will always spawn in this location. They'll change, but they will always be right here once you come up. And this gas cylinder will always be in this location. And some of the random things that are in here are where these spawn. Well, they'll be in these 4 specific let's say quadrants. Is that the right thing? Quadrants, sure. They'll be in these 4 specific areas, but they will always change which one they are. For example, right now it's poison on the 1st floor. Poison on the 1st floor, fire in this corner, radioactive waste here, and water up here. Now the main thing with this one, which I always forget, is that the conduit's here, but the generator is up here. All the way up here on this ledge, and the lever is right here, right behind you once you come in here. It's a very interesting layout. But those are the main things that she'll ask you about. The cylinder, the fuse boxes downstairs, as well as... Ooh, wait, where's that? She will also ask you about the flag, the manufacturer flag. But that should be on... It's on the 3rd floor, I believe. Yeah, there it is. This can also spawn in a few locations. It will spawn either up here, down here, like in this little corridor thing, and on this floor it will also spawn down here in this little corridor thing. So those are the main things. Fuse boxes, you'll have one down here, one element down here. Potential for the flag manufacturer. The pipes will always be near. Another potential spot for the flag manufacturer. The gas cylinder, another element, and another element. And lastly, the flag manufacturer up there. And now what I'll do is restart with audio on to see what what's her face says. Nadia. Nadia. Pipes. Water filtration system. That is here. And of course she said one blue pipe, so there's no blue pipes here, so it's going to be an if not. The conduits for the water filtration system. So we're gonna want to go up here. For the conduits, like so. And once you pick the right answer, if so, if not, whichever one, once you get to this cutscene and once the loading symbol is in the bottom right corner, you do a reload checkpoint because it will put you directly in front of the ladder no matter where you are in the tower. It's possible to get a jump up this ladder as well to save time, but I'm washed, so then you're just going to want to make your way up here and zipline down as we head to the second tower. You can drop off early here to land on this truck and get a roll off to that direction. You know, of course, it's just faster than having to wait all the way to the end of the zipline and drop down.
There's a prisoner right near you. Can you set her free?
Just make your way this way. And of course, once you're around, let's say a little bit past the log, it's possible to angle your camera so that you can see this door, which is why I ended up changing my arrow type while I was making it up here. But you just want to jump on top of this box. Here you can destroy it and then climb this, because this is faster than going up and around like that, or rather going up and climbing up that way. And the thing about this branch is, once you grab it, you know, in the main game you can actually jump a little bit where did he come from? What? Okay. You can actually jump a little bit earlier on the branches, but here you have to wait for basically her entire animation to finish, where her second leg basically gets into position before you can jump off, or else she'll just jump in place, and it's very annoying. So once her animation finishes, I'll do it again. Jump up, wait for her animation like that, and then you can jump. And it's still faster than going up this way, so head to the second the second tower. And once again, pretend she's not speaking. Of course, you'll have one element down here. You'll have pipes here in this position, on either side here, as well as on this side for the first floor. You can have fuse boxes spawn on the second floor. One here, and one here. They can spawn in sort of different positions, like it could be up there instead, or up there, depending. Wait, no, a gen's there. Never mind, ignore that. It can be up there, right? But these are the main 4 positions, I'm pretty sure. Right here, right here, right here, and here. You'll have one element up there on the 3rd floor. The manufacturer can be either up there on the 3rd floor, in here on the 2nd floor, or down here. You have an element here, and then your last element will be up there, next to the ladder. And the cylinder, yes. The cylinder will be all the way on the top floor. Right here. And that should be everything for the tower. Now we could just reload and see what she has to say.
Look for a large cylinder.
Large cylinder, so I know I need to... Nice jump. I know I need to go all the way up to the top.
Have a series of lights. Are they cycling one after another? If so, then power up the generator connected to the radioactive waste system. If not, then we need to start the generator for the water filtration system.
Are they cycling one after another? And they are cycling. So we need to crank the gen for yellow. Radioactive. Which is down here. It's basically just a lot of adapting to the layout you get.
Wait, that could be... No, okay, wait, yeah. That's right. There's a second step.
Which, it's not that bad after a while, but it's... As you could imagine, it makes it pretty RNG heavy. And we need a manufacturer logo, which we know is right here, which is Soviet, so it's going to be an if not. Good night.
Then find the red lever connected to the fuel pump lines. You'll need to pull that one. If not, then connect the green.
And we need to bring the
conduits
green...
to the
Oh,
biological catalyst system.
that's convenient. So it's, we just pull down the green conduit here. And that's it. And we're gonna do another checkpoint reload to put us at the ladder. And that is Tower 2 done. Water break. Yeah, walk back in. Alright. Same thing here. And now, this pole, interestingly enough, there's something I do have to explain about it. Depending on the level of detail you're at, it will not render in. So if you're on low, it's just, that's because I was aiming at it. But if it's not here, yeah, you're just not going to be able to grab that. You can shoot on this if you'd like to, and then just go back down that way. But ideally, you just aim onto that, because we're going to be aiming onto another fence this way. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Alright. And on medium, if that's what you're playing on, you're going to be able to see it if you're standing pretty close to this, like so. But if you move back a bit, it's just going to disappear. So ideally, if it's possible, I recommend playing on high, so you see it at all times. But yeah. Want to zip line down, turn this way, and then aim onto this. The camera likes to clip into this hole here. It's kind of weird, but yeah. And then drop off and head this way. And the third tower is to our left. You don't have to kill this guy, but I just feel like it. Ideally, you don't. Explosive door. I got 3 explosive doors. That is criminally unlucky for what I'm trying to do. Hold. Lock back into the tutorial. Now, ideally, what you don't want are 3 explosive doors. That is insanely unlucky, because considering how you only get like, let's say 5, 6 explosive thermite on average when you're at this point, that is a major time loss, because you'd have to go find some. Ideally, you want a mix of what is it, fire and explosive, but yeah, moving on. Either that or like all fire, since you can craft fire pretty easily. But anyways, now next onto this tower. The gas cylinder will spawn right next to you. The pipes will spawn on the first floor here and here and here. And there will be an element here, another element directly here at the top. The manufacturer logo can also spawn here. I'm pretty sure it can also spawn here and here as well. And I believe, I'm not 100% on this, but it might be able to spawn on the top floor, although I don't really see it on the top floor very often. Well, honestly, I don't even remember seeing it on the top floor, but you know, you gotta cover the bases. Some spawns are just extremely rare, so I might forget some, to be honest, but yeah. One element here, one element will be here, and the final 2 will be upstairs. Here and here. And then the fuse boxes will also be up here. See one there, one right there, and one there. And that should be everything. Yeah. So yeah, cylinder, first floor. One element will also be on the first floor. No, not element, I meant the pipes. The pipes will always be on the first floor as well. There will be an element here, an element there, 2 on the second floor, and 2 on the third floor, as well as the fuses. Now we can reload to see what she says. When I forget where the audio is. Okay, pipes. So here. Water filtration. So we see 1 here. She said she's gonna say there needs to be at least 1. So it's gonna be an if so. And we need to just pull the lever. I didn't mention this either. I completely forgot in the second tower because she didn't do it. But if she does it here, I'll be able to showcase it. She has a chance of just saying that she's on the wrong page or something like that, which is it's very annoying. It's possible for her to not do it, but that's extremely uncommon for her to say all 3 without messing up. And I feel like she's not going to do it this time. Are they all off? We'll see if she does it. No? Are they all off? No. So we have to activate the conduit since all the lights are not off. Conduit, okay. One thing I should say as well is there is a distinction between these. For example, this would not be all on, you know, of course, since it's cycling through them. There's different states, all on, all off, cycling, or flashing together, I believe, are all of them. And if it's not exactly what she says, then it's an if not. Alright, and now she wanted me to turn on the conduit, right? Yeah. I'm probably gonna miss this for some reason. Oh, okay. Normally, whenever I jump at that, it just likes to miss the first time. We'll see if she does, if she says she's wrong here. If not, that's crazy and extremely rare. Okay, fuses. Yeah, I'll explain it. Okay, so for fuses, depending on the kind of pace that you get at, like what kind of time you're at and what kind of time you're going for, you can guess these pretty reliably somewhat reliable. I mean, to an extent, it's still like a 50-50, but let's say, for example, she's gonna say, she said less than 8, right?
Start up
I
the
believe.
generator
Hold
for the
on.
radioactive waste system. If not, then find a way to get
She
the
didn't
green
give me
conduit
a she's
to the
wrong.
biological catalyst system reconnected.
That is extremely rare. I'll see if I can get it on a restart maybe, but that's really unlikely. Are there less than 8 red fuses in the 3 fuse boxes? Now, generally, from what I've found, is that there will pretty often be more than 8. And so, whenever I get this one, I think it's a pretty safe bet to guess an if not. That's, of course, if you even want to guess it, you know? Like, let's see. 3. 6. 7. Wow. That's crazy. Well, you see, that's why it's a 50-50. I would have been wrong. So there's less than 8, but generally, I'm pretty sure you could guess if not for the most part and be correct. For the ones like let's say, are there an even amount of fuses? Are there an odd amount of fuses? Those are just, I just guess. Most of the time I guess if so. Just because it's faster and I don't have to wait for her to keep talking. And then for the 10 one, I can't remember whether it's more than 10 or less than. I believe it's more than. With more than, I still guess if so most of the time. But of course that's completely up to you, and it'd be completely up to the time that you have and what you're going for, stuff like that. Now, anyways, if not, I really want to try and get her to do the I'm wrong thing, but I mean, you'll know it when you see it, so it's very annoying. What? Oh, I think I might have did the one. You know what? That's what happens if you get it wrong. It's fine. We ball. She probably said waste, and I just didn't even acknowledge it. I feel like she probably said waste. But yeah, that's what happens if you get it wrong. This is also another very large time loss. And this takes forever to go away, so... Oh, that would have been a crazy shot. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, now the lockdown's over, now we have to wait. What is wrong with him?
Okay, ready when you are, Nadia. What's the next step?
Right. Just let me find here. Okay.
Once you make it in the Tower 3 as well, you basically don't have to loot any bodies.
Big Soviet flag.
But I'm just doing it just because.
Then find the red lever.
Okay, Soviet
connected to
flag.
the fuel pump lines. You'll need to pull that one. If not, then we need to power up the generator for the water filtration system.
Okay, yeah, she just didn't do it. That's interesting. Oh yeah. Soviet flag. Let's pull that. Another checkpoint reload to get to the ladder. You can get a jump on this one as well.
This is it. We've got to destroy
Like
the
that.
central structure.
And then we just head to the central core. It's possible to jump once you enter that cutscene, and then if you skip it fast enough, you can do another rollout. That's what I did there. And there's also a strat you can do here. I'm not necessarily sure how to do it, but it's possible to where you can completely skip the slide by just flying straight over it. We'll see if I get it. Oh no. But yeah, you just completely fly over it and you end up landing around like here.
Containment is going to fail. The core is tearing itself apart.
And for this part, we're just going to go around in a clockwise motion, destroying all of the what's it called? I don't know the name. The red ones that are flammable. There's going to be 3 for each section. And what I like to do here is when I'm heading upstairs, I like to look up a bit to see how many there are on the current area I'm heading to. So there's gonna be one here. Aim at that one, destroy it. And since there's one there, that means there will be two here. So just destroy those.
You better be ready.
Look up. There's one.
Halfway there. Almost there.
Destroy those. And we go to the last set here. One.
Last one.
And that is all of them. And then we just head towards the middle. This way, wall jump up. Once you get towards the helicopter too, there's gonna be two infected that come up and just block your path. You can just roll straight through them. Like this. And that's the DLC. Quite complicated at first to learn, but
Incredible.
once you actually get the hang of it for the most part and understand it, it's not too bad. Just very RNG heavy.
You saved us.
But I still think it's a pretty solid run.
You saved everybody.
Pretty solid DLC.